Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa here with the Christmas in January hop, and I will have the links to everyone who's participating in the hop in the description box down below, so be sure to check out all the other Christmas related layouts that'll be out today. The first thing that we're going to do here is create our background for this layout, and I'm not following a sketch or anything for this one. I am using a lot of papers, or mostly papers, from the project pad from, I believe it was something together at Christmas or something along that line. I think it was Pebbles. And so I pulled this pattern paper from that project sheet, and I am just adding some white gloss spray. I did some splatters with the gloss spray in white, and then I'm going to add a few gold splatters here with this Heidi Swapp Gold Color Shine. I'm almost to the end of my bottle here, but I just go ahead and add those two colors to my background just so that it adds a bit of something to that pattern paper. And instead of using a white cardstock, I decided to go with this green pattern paper. I will end up framing it out with a cardstock here when the layout is complete. Now, I did feel like the white splatters were a little too light, and so I did come in and add some larger splatters to the background. So now that I have the splatters all there, I do lay that off to the side to dry. And next I'm going to bring in some stamps and my large stamp platform, and we're going to make a few embellishments as well as some of the letter stickers that we're going to use for the title of this layout. So I do apologize because my stamp platform doesn't really fit in the camera, so you'll get to see it here in the corner a little bit, and I don't leave all the stamping in. I think a couple of stamps here for the wreath that I'm going to use for this layout from this stamp set, and then I do the rest of it off camera because, like I said, I can't get it all in frame with my camera, and so I am using two different colors of Distress Oxide ink. I have the Rustic Wilderness, and then the red that I'm going to use is Festive Berries, I believe. And so I'm just going to go ahead, and I'm using the big platform because it allows me to place that stamp down and then stamp it multiple times, just to make sure that I get a good impression of the wreath. And I'm going to go ahead here and stamp 3 wreaths in total. I do these first 2, and then I come back off camera and I do go ahead and stamp the 3. Now I will die cut these off camera and you'll see them all completed when I come back, but I do the same stamping with the red. So I do a tone on tone with the green with that Rustic Wilderness, and then with the Festive Berries I do a tone on tone with this red cardstock. So both of the stamping is a tone on tone stamping. So here you see I'm just going to stamp down this alphabet, and I do stamp it 2 or 3 times here, and then, like I said, I will go off camera and I will die cut all of these so that they are ready to go on the layout. And I do end up keeping, I think, all of the stamping in the video, but it doesn't take very long with the stamp platform. I'm able to get it stamped, and like I said, I cut those all out. So there are all of my die cut pieces and some embellishments and some stickers that I pulled out, as well as another piece of pattern paper from that same collection kit. Here I'm going to cut that down and use it on this layout, as well as all the florals that you saw there. Those were all cut from a piece of pattern paper that was in that project pad as well. Now I also found in my stash this little branding strip that was a wood grain, and so I just went ahead and I have just that little strip, and I'm just going to layer it up there behind the photo. Now, my photo for this one is a picture of our puppy, and she is sleeping, and you can see the Christmas tree and some presents And so I thought it was just a really cute little photo to document. And what I ended up doing is I had two of them. One was in a smaller size than the 4x6. And so I decided to do something fun and layer the two photos up on top of each other. And so I did frame the smaller photo with a piece of red pattern paper, and I layered that on top of the 4x6. And then I took a cut apart, and that is kind of framing out that 4x6 photo as well. So there's a bit of a little bit more interest, I guess you could say, to the photo. And so I kind of like the look of that. Now, once I have my placement of my photo down there at the bottom, I'm working on my 3 clusters, and I'm really building them out with the wreath that I stamped as the base, and then I have those florals that I fussy cut from some pattern paper that was in that same collection, as well as all of the die cuts and other stickers that I pulled all from that same collection and that project pad, as well as some labels from Nicole Jones printables. So there you see I built out all of my clusters, and this layout came together quite quickly because most of the work I had already done off camera by die cutting and stamping and fussy cutting those flowers. So now it's just a matter of building out my clusters. So I glued everything down off camera, and I am just putting the finishing touches here on each of my embellishment clusters. I have some stickers, and that bow that I die cut and stamped on the red is up in one of the wreaths in the top right of the layout. I have some sticker phrases. I have the title down, which is So Cozy. Since, like I said, this is a picture of our puppy and she is sleeping by the Christmas tree. Here is where I bring in the project pad again, just to see if there is anything else that I wanted to use on this page. And I don't actually end up pulling anything else from that project pad. I pretty much, at this point, think the layout is pretty much complete. I do decide to add just a few of these gold enamel dots. I dot the rest of this package into each of my embellishment clusters, and once I have all of those done, these still photos will be at the end of the video, and that is pretty much going to complete this layout. So please be sure to check out all of the other ladies who are playing along with Christmas in January, and on the 25th of every month we will have a Christmas related layout, and so be on the lookout for that. So once I get the final couple of enamel dots placed on this layout, the still photos are up next. And with that, guys, I will leave you with these pictures and catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.